Hey guys, my name's Steph. I'm Botanist Cool. Today, I am here with
Katie,
the Ace Attorney Master herself, the one who knows everything and anything about Ace Attorney. And we got Whooper with the badge and little buddy here to help on out with. What does little buddy help with? Oh, fucking
Chaos.
toxic waste. Okay. Chip is going all out right now. How you doing, Chip? All right, let's bring out. By the way, how does Katie sound? Does Katie sound louder than usual? I made her a bit louder. How does she sound?
yeah, I was listening to the last one. I was like, I'm so quiet sometimes. And sometimes I think that's just how I speak, and sometimes that's, I don't know.
So I put a gain on her to see if she would speak louder. So do you think she's louder? And can you hear her like really clearly, y'all? Sounds good, Chip says. All right, I got a green
Sounds
one.
good sound-wise, as compared, like, do I not sound good in another way?
She sounds good sound-wise, but conceptually...
Sounds good, but, like, emotionally devastated.
Sour. I'm gonna deal with that real quick. All right, let's go. What's a kokoro?
Art.
Oh, right.
Begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction.
Just so that says sound wise.
There is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain.
Are we gonna have a gumshoe with the British police hat?
Mystery of our invisible killer.
Half correct.
Okay, cool. Nail to kill the next victim, of course. We gotta kill the next victim, 100%. Okay, he's saying, Chip's saying you sound louder. Good.
Did you sleep well last night, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, not at all. I was about to answer that like, just like naturally, you know. But then it came up, and I'm like, okay, good. We're already on the same page. Ryonosuke and I are already on the same page. It's like 2 minutes into the game.
It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it?
Ooh.
The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night.
What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't gonna waste a single inch of that space. Yeah, you know what? Fair. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other.
Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except when I learned that we owned £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare.
You guys got one, whatever it was from that guy, right? One gilly. That's like 20 pounds. Oop. Sorry about that. The building was so impressive, the entrance was so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking.
In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year.
Oh, shit. When you get to a building, inspect everything? Okay.
I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill.
Oh, are you sure you're not Maya's ancestor?
Maya wouldn't care about the money.
Okay,
Are you kidding me?
But you know, I sure. Wait, out of pure curiosity, if she cares about the money, then maybe she's Nick's ancestor. Does Ryunosuke and Mitakoba here, like, not Mitakoba, Susano. Mitakoba's her last name. Do they do the smoochy?
I think maybe only in Fix and only because the time period would allow for that.
Wait, what do you mean would allow for that? That sounds really sketchy.
Open the court record. I'd want to make sure I'm not misremembering this. People. 16, yeah.
Oh, right.
And you're like 21 or something.
They can smooch in 5 years. Jesus. Yeah, they could be like.
I want to. We're on stream stuff, so I want to watch my light.
No, for sure. Good point. So, does the game imply that in 5 to 15 years they may eventually end up?
It doesn't.
dating?
It doesn't. Go anywhere romantic. Although you could interpret it that way,
Gotcha,
I guess.
So we're still on the Kazuma Ryunosuke ship here.
I mean, this comes down to personal taste largely, and like I kind of swap around a little bit just because whatever, but like I'm still mostly Kazuma and Ryunosuke.
Oh yeah, all right.
But like obviously, never mind.
Were you about
like,
to go?
Obviously, Ryunosuke has to like have descendants. So like I don't know.
Fair enough.
Adoption could be just a thing. Like all the Naruhodos adopt. Phoenix adopts.
He does
so
adopt.
It could
Yeah.
just be a chain of adoptions. We just don't know.
Ugh, I'm really sorry.
Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less.
Oh shit, okay. Oh, London is a scary place. Oh fuck, what was his voice again? Good morning to you at this early hour. Yeah, there we go. He still reminds me of freaking Jeff Goldblum. Oh, yes, well.
Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
Sada sounds amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of an imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into the British courtroom practices. Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening, thank you.
And, in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Even though I really hate the guy. Yes, I've already been appraised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may herefore claim to be a fully fledged lawyer.
The birds!
The birds! Fly, birds! Fly, you fools! My country is delighted to welcome young talent from the remote eastern land. Thank you very much. So I'm a lawyer now. Now, in view of your appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem. Another case already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? It's just that yesterday's trial ended, unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was clear. What more were you hoping for? The truth?
What is this taru that you
What is this truth you speak of? We don't deal with that here. in Britain. We do not care about the truth. The culpability of the defendant, as well as the present time, has been established in the court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to perform judgment. Well, Lord Van Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Well, now I get his accent down. No, when he's a main character, I don't have his accent. But well, now
it's hard to keep up an accent, you know? Like, on a good day, I can keep an accent for like 2 sentences.
I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent.
Mr. Naruhodo.
It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. 15 seconds of doubt, young Naruhodo. Fucking fired. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry?
What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
I murdered him. Magnus oh, shit, yeah, fuck, right.
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
He burned to death.
He did burn to death, yeah. Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial.
No.
What? Mr. McGilded is dead? And I don't have all his gillies?
Look at all those birds.
I know, I saw them.
I love the birds.
I'm so glad I don't have to hear their fucking tweeting here, like...
But this is high quality. You don't hear the tweeting, you just heard the flapping, the high quality sound.
I prefer the flapping over the tweet. I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. But I need 19 minutes and 42 seconds. Wait, so if I just stay here for 19 minutes and 41 seconds... It's not that meta, is it?
The game just crashes immediately.
I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Yeah, of course, that was the scene of the crime which McGilded had been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. No.
How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak, but already, the police have identified a corpse found inside the shell of the carriage as that of Mr. McGilded. That's awful. The man must have flipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention.
And how could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak.
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? We're going to be examining the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage. But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about? Could it have been the vampire? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. The matter is no longer a concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Poor Mr. McGilded.
I'll take a last sip of my miso real quick.
Sip, sip.
Dang it, I didn't put enough water in here. I have like some miso left in there, so I'm gonna like get a little cup of water, get the rest of the miso out real quick. It's gonna be cold, but whatever.
Cold miso.
Better than wasting the miso. There we go. British court. Let's talk about the British court. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... wow.
Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history.
Hey, Ellipsis, how you doing?
It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old.
Wow, Susato had such a way with words.
And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right one.
Hey, I didn't say anything out loud. God damn it, the curse.
The curse of Protag.
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. Thank you, Jeff Goldblum. The most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
Simple? That was simple.
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose. Oh, bullshit. I'll fight you, Strongheart.
I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple.
The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Something funny? Oh no, my apologies. You have to believe in the heart of the law, young one. Well, that's a young Padawan, but like that doesn't fit in there with a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to an exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I don't know about that. Bitch, take the compliment. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I've prepared a new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? What was he gonna say before? I actually murdered him. I just framed it on McGilded.
Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned?
Nope. Good fucking luck on your own. Don't tell me it's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes. Please tell me it's a murder case and the trial starts in 10 minutes. Just to piss off Yonosuke. Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite as urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see. Did you just read my mind? I keep forgetting that anything in blue may as well be said out loud.
There's kind of two ways to interpret it. There's multiple ways to interpret it, but there's two that are most popular in the fandom. The first is that just everything comes across in their face.
Yeah.
They have no poker face.
Yeah.
The second is that they think they're talking in their head, but they're just muttering under their breath the whole time. Both are quite funny.
I like the first one the most. That's exactly how I imagined Phoenix Wright. And I just
yeah.
This is it's just the Naruhodo trademark, right? They can't hide anything, which would make him a bad prosecutor, but a fantastic defense attorney.
They can sometimes hide it, but only under only when it really counts.
Yeah.
If they're just being themselves, nothing.
Nothing.
It's all on display.
Not a single goddamn thought in their head is not unseen. I was going with two different memes there, but anyway.
I mean, his flickering eyes seem to suggest.
His bug eyes going absolutely batshit insane seem to imply he may be out of his depth.
He may not have a good poker face, perhaps.
That is to say, no one has died. As yet. And the trial will not be today. There is plenty of time to research this case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. The trial's tomorrow then. I guess it's better.
Is everything alright?
Oh, yeah, I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was, well, it left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGillicuddy's trial. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh! If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yes, that is right. Here we go again. Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me. I would advise that you begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. I thought he mentioned 23 hours. He said it was plenty of time. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, well, Cosmo always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn the greatest justice on how the world would change into Japan. Now he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself, and there's another thing.
Oh.
Another thing, continue. On the way here on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important I have to do. Something very important. And what exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he ever made it to... You're out of time. Well, thank you for the enlightening discussion.
Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me.
I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. Oh my god. Yes! Funny hat man, let's go. I take the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to appraise you of the details. How long has he been there? So I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell.
There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean?
He just faded. I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyways, we better talk to the detective. Don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
Help me just imagine it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. Does he have chips? Okay, so I gave Gumshoe ridiculous New Yorker accent.
I would go less. He's not
a New Yorker.
I would say that compared to Herlock, he's more of the straight man in this situation.
Fair enough.
Not that he's not. I mean, every Ace Attorney character is slightly insane. Come on now,
yeah.
But
so,
just to give you
just to do that, I'm gonna give him a little bit of over top I'm gonna try to give him a little bit of an over-the-top British accent, just a little bit. I will fail. Yeah. He's just eating a fucking. Oh, it's fish and chips in a.
He's eating fish and chips and wrapped in a newspaper.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He runs into eating a gyro. Can we trouble you? What do you think? Ah! I don't like that voice from already. Lovely weather, isn't it? What? Oh, fuck. All right, let me. You know, I'm just gonna look up old-timey British accent. I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna just.
I see. He's technically spoken already in the game, but.
Well, too bad. All right, old-timey British accent. Let's go. A London accent from the 14th. All right, here. Okay, I gotta go to minute 123. All right. Yeah, okay, I can't do that. Never mind. I was gonna try to change the voice and give him the same accent I gave the Hat Boy last time.
I don't know. You already have a lot of deep voice characters with a growl already.
I gotta try to go higher. I want to go higher. Yeah. What's the weather got to do with anything? Ah.
He's now Irish.
I made him a little Irish. Yeah. Hello, Governor. You know, I'll talk like this the entire time.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, okay, I can talk like this the entire time, Governor. Listen to me, young Japanese upstart. Some frippity about the weather doesn't get every English gent eating out of your hand, you know. Ugh. But something told me it was foolproof. I'm a busy man, very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate. But I'm here having to give it the likes of you talking to. It's kind of gumptuous too, so that works, yeah. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the other officers will be saying, huh? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? Not too busy with the bigwigs these days. All because some bumpkin-nosed John from the country they haven't heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. There's no need to rip us apart as well.
I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant,
Don't tell me he's a simp. Oh no. Oh no!
It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?
Oh, you don't think he's a simp? Good, good. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk like this the entire time. Okay. It's unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable, how'd you pull that off? So, Lord Stronghold's asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson, Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson?
What's the matter with Susato-san? Does that detective's name mean something to her?
Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson?
You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Sato, but he's a London detective.
Oh, but I do know him. Very well, in fact.
And more like he's being talked down to. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, okay, I get what you got, Chip. He was being. Susato was just like, bitch, chill. I got you. Very.
I think that part of it might also be that he's just like a bit of chivalrous sexism as well, perhaps. It's like, oh, there's a fine lady here. I can't just cuss you out, I guess.
Fair enough. Very well.
Yes, he features prominently in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that publication. What's it called again? Rants Magazine?
That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry.
Really? You rival the great Mr. Sloanes? That's incredible. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sloanes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words.
That's his highest praise?
Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he's not, and thanks to the magazine, my name's known all over London town now. That's great, isn't it? I have to admit that I started with this was a little flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation got at the yacht went through the roof. God, I'm really getting that gumshoe a little bit. Fuck. Hello, Governor. I'm going to be speaking like this now. Okay.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't go full New Yorker, I think it's okay.
No,
like,
I get it. Like, I'm going to have to make this guy's voice a little more distinctive than just gumshoe-esque, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to have to, like, once in a while, like, recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, maybe. I do kind of like, I don't know. Everyone has their own interpretation of what someone should sound like. So.
Yeah, for sure. So he was talking down to them, then he started when she changed it to where she was talking down to him. He's a little harsh on it. Yeah. That's wonderful. And no, it's not. There's more sinister than the man on the streets. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumors?
Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's got into his head. Stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying. But I know what folk are like. I'm sure that what they're saying, I'm sure as eggs is eggs. Kinda want fish and chips now. I have a feeling that's gonna be very hard work.
Oh dear, perhaps a sudden rise to fame does change people.
So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before? Nothing to tell, really. As far as we were concerned with the yacht, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear, that probably means... As far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated.
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in the hospital unconscious.
That's despicable. What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind?
I suppose you have to finish whoever it was off, so they'll take that, wouldn't you?
That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo.
Brace yourself, Inosuke, you've angered her now. Anyway, after some time of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit.
Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question.
Let me stop you there. You're wasting your time on this one. Sorry? There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now. Why ever not? Simple. The prosecutor's that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Barrack von Zeeks. No! Don't think you've heard of him then.
Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lord Van Zeeks.
Even she looks done with this.
Believed to be the harbinger of death itself.
The Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Baron von Zeeks, who we faced in court only yesterday.
Mr. McGilded told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
When von Zeeks stands for prosecution, they call his accused the sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of a Bailey nickname, I suppose he's earned it because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it?
Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector. In yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
And what of it?
Oh, well, I think that means even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
No, you really don't have a clue, do you? What do you mean? What happened to the bloke at the end, eh? He's dead. Magnus McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when he went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you? What are you saying? Look, if Van Zeeks could get the dirt to stick to everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. That's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you. Are we really supposed to believe that? Right, well, I've filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips. I'll be headed back to the crime scene now. We're carrying out a few investigations there.
It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place.
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over there to the holding cell, you can meet the criminal himself. You've branded him a criminal already? He's good as, shaking like a leaf in a cell he is. Give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53, speak to the jailer to show you the way. Inmate 53, thank you. So, there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say.
Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage, too.
But if the man they've arrested is innocent... You can well imagine he's shaking like a leaf in a cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find that sign to be funny.
So...
I'm honest, still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try, so I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help?
Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant.
Thank you. So then, shall we?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so let's go to prison first. Oh God, okay.
Yeah, remember when we're in Victorian Japan or Victorian England?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's fucking wall shackles. Jesus Christ, okay. Wait, February 19th, oh, never mind. It's January. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, it's the 17th, guys. They're only 2 days away. Like, oh, wait, right. So these are British prison cells.
Oh, they're ghastly. It just feels like a dungeon.
And having experienced it all in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wood cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls.
Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse.
Apparently our client is in this cell here, but it's so dark back there I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Inmate 53, your legal representation is here to see ya. Stop idling back in your cell and show your face at once. All right.
He's shaking a lot, so you could probably incorporate that.
Am I a cat? Is you with no name? Calling me by a number. I'm just about to release my refuse to answer.
Mr. Naruhodo, what? What do you think is going on here?
I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? The tirade of complaints was in Japanese. That's a funky voice to give this man. All right, let's go.
Yeah, feel free to like change things slightly.
Wow,
but, like,
now you want me to change my voice.
I wanted you to change it before. When I said he's spoken already, I meant canonically in the game, his voice actor has spoken at the end of the other trial.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, but who? Shh, quiet. They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, they're listening. Every now, even I can sense it. There are parts of this guy talking that you need to change some parts. Oh, great. Right. So, could I ask you who exactly? There you are. You've come here to curse me, haven't you? They're trying to hide it. You're a ghost. A ghost? What is he doing? What is he doing?
Looking for ghosts, obviously.
Susanna just like,
We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you Japanese by any chance?
This is beyond my wildest dreams! Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine. We're just, a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months I left my hometown, and here I am, in a frightful fix in a foreign land! So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of compatriots voicing this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumentally moving moment! What if this new client Lord Strongheart assigned us turned out to be a fellow Japanese? Ah! What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student! Noble, nurturing, never failing Nippon! The weakness 3D renders. Hey there, KSG. A first-class lawyer? Oh dear. I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding here.
I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example.
Yes, I can, I will! Shan't stay sullen and silent!
Not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy.
Yeah, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm a lawyer, as you said. My name is Yunosuke Naruhodo.
And I'm Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Chisato Mikotoba.
Is his last name Joestar? Not yet. I am a visiting student sent here by our government, notoriously named Natsume! Soseki Natsume!
So, fun fact. I'm gonna interrupt you with a little bit of a minor history lesson. This is an actual historical figure.
What?
Soseki Natsume is a well-known writer in Japan. He wrote a story, I think it's called I Am a Cat. And he was pretty well known. And allegedly, the Capcom was asked his ancestors, hey, can we put him in your game? Or in our game? And they were like, yeah, do whatever. And then on top of that, more allegedly, because I haven't dug into this, their only stipulation was to accurately portray how much he hated his time in England. Again, I haven't checked the veracity of that last statement, but
yeah, that's funny.
the other stuff is actually true. So he's actually based off of an actual historical figure.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, an actual writer.
It doesn't mean he's a furry. I mean, who knows? Seki Natsume-san. What an unusual name. Call me so Seki, please. I'm kind of getting Beetle vibes from him. From like Legend of Zelda Beetle.
I don't know. He's a very emotional person in this. No idea if that's in any way reflective
Kind of
actual, but in this one, many emotional outbursts.
good. Yeah, I don't know if I can do Beetle's voice. Beetle's a wild thing. I got oh! It's like Beetle. It's supposed like again, I think. Call me so Seki, please. I'm a poet, you see, a writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume. A nom de plume? You mean an alias?
That's right, Naruhodo-san.
No! Don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that. And haiku, that actually reminds me of home.
Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government?
Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First, I had to suffer that misery, and now this is beyond the pale. Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in getting rid of for some years, of course. Oh. What? Just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it. No.
What do you mean?
They told me to study English literature. That I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly unbelievable and justly unreasonable.
Are you having fun with this voice? It sounds too happy. This man is miserable, and meanwhile he's like, "Oh, I'm Mickey Mouse."
I just don't know what voice to give him. Hold on. I'll try a sadder voice.
I don't mean to nitpick it. If you're,
No.
if you're having
I
fun
will
with
try a
that
sadder.
one, keep it.
Let me try a sadder voice.
For me, I'm just like, it sounds like he's so happy and he's so sad.
Let me try another voice. I see. Oh, the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I handed a blank piece of paper. Wise words are whitewashing. How's that?
It's definitely sadder and yet more painful at the same time.
Make him sound like Joe. Yeah, I can't do a Jotaro voice. I'm sorry to say. I wish.
You must be a man of great standing.
Oh yes, I'm so often told. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna mix that Mickey Mouse voice with "Woe Is Me" vibes. That's what I'm gonna do.
Again, this is a historical person.
Yeah, I'm not changing it.
Okay.
Oh, the historical person. Yeah, guess who else is a historical person? Herlock
Literally
Sholmes.
Do you think Herlock Sholmes is a real person, Steph? Answer
Dracula. Dracula.
Are...
Try a deep, serious voice.
No.
Yeah, here, let me try to do a serious voice for him.
Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san?
I didn't do it. I didn't commit the atrocious murder.
Murder? What are you talking about, Goofy-san?
Oh no, it's alright.
I think you're laughing too. Maybe it's my Discord. I can't, like, hear half of your voice. I'm just nitpicking your every one. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I know, alright.
In your heart.
The woman didn't die, did she? He seems, he doesn't seem like he's crying, that's the problem. It seems like he's woe is me. And dramatic.
Yeah, very woe is me, very, he's very scared as well. He's very scared, very stressed out, very, I don't know how, we'll just see as time goes on, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh no, it's alright. The woman didn't actually die, did she? Oh my god, I have papers due tomorrow. The office is trying to get me to do a whole bunch of things. Oh no, capitalism is closing around me. This is horrible. Oh my god, I'm having a panic attack. My cat has a $300 vet bill and I can't pay it unless I sell feet pictures. There we go, that's the voice.
That sounded like the most accurate rant of all time, so yeah, let's keep that voice. If that's the voice that gets you into his mindset, absolutely.
You can always sell them on Feet Finder and not just OnlyFans, it's fine. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's my back. Fuck, my back still. Oh. But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes! Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? If I seen a person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here?
Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated.
Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? Oh, it's the curse. It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irrationally inconvenient. The magic of knife stabbing. The knife just floated. So Saki-san was at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker.
Vital that we find out more about the case.
Oh, that's where my knife went. I dropped it from 3 stories above. Oh my god. Can I keep it? Yes, you can keep it.
Okay.
The knife is a souvenir there. The knife is a souvenir, KSG. It was a cursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. It had been bookshops to buy books, and I was on my way back from these accursed lodgings. Sure, the bookshop wasn't accursed too? I was walking down the accursed pavement. I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing green overcoat she was. That's when I went to overtake her. By stabbing her in the back! She suddenly let out a scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
Terrible.
I don't think he has breathing exercises down. You just go. I called to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish graveyard. Slightly exaggerating there, huh? I was terrified. I had to get away from there, so I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run like that.
Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours?
Thanks for Lord KSG. Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of your fair-haired English? And a young woman at that. I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. Oh, I see. A young woman unknown to Soseki-san. At the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anyone pass you? Incredibly. Apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Oh, great.
The victim was unknown to you, and there is nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it?
What conundrum? What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum?
Well, what if what Soseki-san told us is true? There's something I can't explain. He says they didn't know the victim and that there is no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen.
I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. Ah! You! What did you say? Oh, he did speak it out loud. Nothing! I didn't say anything! Oops. I thought a little too loudly.
Actually, that's not what's troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to be arrested?
Sorry?
He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place?
Oh, yeah, she's right. It was him. The accursed great detective. Oh no. He led the police to me, saying I was a Russian revolutionary. Of all the bad luck, a cursed great detective? Oh, a cursed great detective? Could it be? I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live, with his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed, bosom of bygone! May you be cursed to the end of your days, Hairlock Sholmes! I knew it.
Mr. Sholmes. Hairlock.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's so good.
Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after the nightmare had unfolded. On the pavement before me, I was gnawing at a sliver of hard cheese when some man suddenly burst through the door. He started to shout at me, "This is the police! Put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin sliver, and it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon! Disgusting, planetary discrimination devils! You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat! That Hairlock Sholmes! It's actually just Herlock Sholmes. He's English. Just found out he's a famous name in the detection here in London!
Yes, the great detective really is very well known.
And he's so sharp my managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm a knife-wielding man! Me, this weak, stupid kid of a man! I wonder what great deduction led into the process of this time.
Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable.
I think yes. I was thrown into a panic when they parted their way.
Of course you were. That's only natural.
I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Weirdness, foreign film, flattery! Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for you questioning you in English. Good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had the answer, but didn't know what to say. I just kept repeating things like, "Yes, I do, and I'm fine." You see, I knew I was in manacles. Before I knew it, I was thrown in here.
Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising.
I'm fine. He's not fine now. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! Oh, you just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, just simple Mr. is more than enough. Oh, yes. Right. They've really got to me. This country's poisoned my mind. But please, I beg you to find me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Well, why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on a study tour. Oh, student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey, only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means.
Oh, Naruhodo-san.
I'm not even the foreign student I was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. But that armband is the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire! It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. Keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me.
Oh, who do you mean?
The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me.
Goodness, why do you say that?
For the same reason as you know before, when it happened, it was the only victim of myself around. I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, not somebody to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me with earshot without any compunctions at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't understand half of what is being said anyway. That's awful! They're wrong! I've studied more English than half the policemen out there on the streets! I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to address my faith as someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. Saki-san, it's just that. Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can for the time being. What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh yes, yes, thank you! I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire!
We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for.
Alright, to Briar Road. Back. After this part of the investigation, guys, I might actually just end the stream because my back is actually killing me again.
Oh dear. Did you pull it or something?
So, 2 days ago, I was making some pasta. And I bet...
This is not going in the direction I thought it would.
So 2 days ago, I was making some pasta. And I bent down, and the entire right side of my back just decided to say, die. And I literally couldn't lay down without feeling pain. Right? So yesterday I actually took off work because I was just that bad. Today wasn't as bad, but I also didn't do anything physical.
So do you have any idea how you heard it at all?
I bent down. And it said, fuck you, Steph.
Oh dear.
I have no goddamn clue, I'll be honest. Just something happened, and it's like, alright, this is how I die, I guess.
Oh dear.
This is a big street. So this is where it happened, Briar Road.
Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo.
Alright, let's see if we see any man hanging from any fucking tree or some shit.
Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak.
That is their job, you know.
Most in our hodel, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I've never dreamt I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet.
What? The helmet?
Of course. I have to try one on one day.
Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true. I'm just looking for... Oh. What's the Japanese delegation do? Oh. Hello, Governor. What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Oh, Inspector Gregson.
Wait, the song's familiar.
Huh?
The song sounds familiar.
Yeah, we heard it a couple minutes ago when we also met him.
Good point. But also, like...
Sherlock Holmes has a different theme song.
No, yeah, but this takes from a song in The Normal Ace Attorney, doesn't it? Like, it sounds very familiar to one.
It might be similar to some of the investigation themes. It could... I think some does have that, like, bump bump.
Yeah.
I'll after this, I'll try and find the one. I think I kind of know what you're talking about. I'd need to hear it again, but if it mimics anything, it might be an investigation theme, which tracks because it's Gregson, the inspector.
Oh. This is on the tourist trail. I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
You've both been holding cell then. What do you make of the criminal? There's no
He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
We'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. It won't bother me. Bloke's in the court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion. Stone cold air of rejection.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone-cold air.
That makes it worse somehow. Converse with him.
Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet.
It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with the helmet on. I surely get the sense that the man who will take no nonsense on duty protecting the city.
Oh yes, doesn't he look wonderful?
Being a London Bobby's hard going, I tell you.
Oh, really?
First things in the morning, you know what he does. Goes around and rouses the laborers on the beat so he can get off work. What? He wakes people up? Yep, raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bit.
I had no idea.
The Bobbies work for the people of the town. Just another one of the duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance. Can't really imagine how far it is. It sounds like a long way.
Let me see. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama.
On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my.
I suppose between all those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate crimes as well.
And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you can call it in between exactly. More alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle these jobs well. Do have men kneeling over from time to time, I admit.
I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Narboda.
No, I'm not doing that. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. Ugh. Happened around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago. Just there, a bit of open pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind. Is it right that the lady's still unconscious now? You mentioned she's being treated at the hospital. I never said she was a lady. What? Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her. I suppose it means we haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it with you if you want. Really, are you sure? SCI's policy gives lawyers, defendant suspects, the odd bit of information to go on. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still.
Thank you, Inspector. We'll gratefully accept. I love this. It's like, yeah, we're supposed to give you the information, unlike
Unlike the other
I
game.
can't tell you nothing.
How dare you exist in my presence? Calabash Road. Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and the young fellow countryman. So, who do you think did it? Do you think? Who did it, do you think? How much a head scratcher is it? Well, no, Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone around, but...
But just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean that we can be sure nobody else was present.
Sorry to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
How?
We killed every person on the block. Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less.
Ah.
It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. There were witnesses now. Who are these witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable, respected citizens in London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Ah.
A policeman. That might change things.
And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked.
Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Governor. Okay, going back up to here now. Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being the Bobby. Catching them in the act and all that. Do you think it might be possible for us to ask the policeman a few questions? Be my guest. You could ask him what you like. In court tomorrow. Oh. No doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. But that'll give you something to look forward to. That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems.
Policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our jobs very difficult indeed.
Yeah. As a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me about that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector. What? The person who led you to... Is Hosonaga anywhere around here out of curiosity?
I'll just go ahead and say no.
No, the boy! He's gone! He was murdered by the captain of the ship! Oh! The person led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Herlock Shlomes. What are you bringing him up for? Is something I said? The color is straight from his cheeks. Okay, I actually gotta stop here, guys. I'm sorry, my back is actually really hurting me right now.
Yeah, go lie down, take an aspirin, make sure you're not having a heart attack.
I don't think it's a heart attack, because I would have been having a heart attack for the past 3 days if that was the case.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
So I am gonna just head on off a little early, guys. I'm not gonna do a raid or anything, because I'm just basically gonna go get some hot water on my back and do a little bit of relaxing, alright, guys? thank you very much for joining on with me today. I hope you had a fantastic time. I know I did. And I know we will see more of these guys next week. It's a little bit of a short episode, guys. But I'm not pushing myself too far. Y'all stay safe. Stay Botanist Cool. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.